Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Happy Friday to you. Congrats if you survived the sell-off yesterday. Also, congrats if you got in at this 15-cent mark. We talked about that previously being somewhat of a support level based on liquidation. We're going to talk about that too. And just recognize that while the price didn't come up here to reject off this point of control at 18 cents, we have a significant rejection off 17 cents. So keep in mind, price action will likely reject there if it comes back here soon. 17 cents is the new resistance level. Okay, again, I'll explain that in smaller time frames. It'll make more sense when I do that. But for the moment, you just got to trust me on this here. 17 cents is it's the new top. All right, so quickly to note, there's a lot more liquidation still to the downside here. We never truly swept that full on liquidation level. But you got to recognize too, this is also here because of the fact that people are taking some late logs and adding to that as well. So 14.5 is still a moderate amount of liquidation here that wasn't swept, while that 14.6 level was swept, right? So again, that shows significant strength at the 15-cent mark, which we talked about there yesterday, but also, or sorry, it was a couple days ago rather. And then also, if we take a look here, larger time frames, we're seeing that 13.6 as well. So I don't think we're completely out of the woods yet until we break above some key level resistances or the descending trend line, but that's kind of where we're at there. Quick congrats to our committee members here for some sweet profit here from QNT. Nice little 51%, all targets achieved there in roughly one trading day. I do wish in hindsight we'd shorted more, but obviously hindsight's 2020. And we kept it safe and hedged our longs with the short. So it all worked out favorably there. Congrats again. Taking a look here at KAS. What I want to do is look at the daily time frame and work our way down and kind of see where we're at. Because when it comes to the daily time frame, even though we wicked down pretty significantly, we're still honoring this ascending trend. We're still over the 50-day SMA and almost back up over the 20-day SMA here. Okay, so this 0.618 fib level at 16.5 is ideally going to be a support level here for us, or we could even be a resistance. So what we'll do is we'll have to redraw out our fib levels. That'll become a 0.382, the 0.618, and then reverse, whereas 0.618 will become the new resistance. I'll chart that out here in a minute, and I'll post our new updated chart to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. If you're not familiar, it looks something along the lines of this here, where I post some relevant information on the analysis that I make. Some people don't know what's there, so I just like to kind of throw it out there. Having said that, daily time frame, let's wrap this up before we update our fibs. We can go ahead and see we're still over, well, actually we're testing 50 on the RSI. Generally, it's favorable to stay above 50 on the RSI, letting us know we've confirmed that bullish behavior. Stochastic swinging down, if we can kind of sideways action for a couple of days here, I think KASPA could continue to launch and hold that ascending trend line, and more importantly, hold 50 on the RSI. For right now, though, we can see MACD is diverging. There's potential for the price action to pull back further. If we do look at the last divergence for KASPA, it was right here, and the price continued this much lower, right? Now, I'm not saying that's exactly going to happen, but that is a possibility, okay? But you also got to recognize, too, the inverse applies as well. I mean, this is what happens on the stochastic, or the MACD convergence. So it all works out quite favorably, but at this point, we got to respect the trend until it discontinues. That's really what it boils down to. 4-hour time frame, we can see we're below all moving averages, rejecting tentatively there at that current 0.68 fib level. Keep in mind, I'm going to update these fibs here in just a minute, but if you see that 16.4 is that level. So again, all we got to do here is just basically, we're not reversing them, we're just essentially recreating it because the more recent low is pretty close, but it's not exact. Having said that, we can see this 0.382 level, 16.6 may be the new resistance. Furthermore, too, this is a more important one here. If we do end up breaking through some resistances, we can see the more recent relevant point of control at 18 cents. That's going to be the point of contention for us if we continue higher up and come into that range. So I'm not saying you should necessarily short that level, but if we come up to that range and there's other confirming factors, maybe a short would be appropriate at that point. I don't like the concept of shorting KASPA, though, personally. I do the same thing with Solana, right? Strong coins that respond very well to Bitcoin selling off or bounce right back instantly. Those are coins I try to avoid shorting just because it's too volatile. And while we have tight targets now at this point, it's really not appropriate to try to short a strong coin. So again, the truth is Bitcoin has broken bearish. There's no doubt about it. But a lot of these coins that are stronger, like Solana, KASPA, a small handful of others, I think even Bonk is doing the same thing, they double bottomed out and responded very, very well to this sell-off, okay? Most coins just flop down a flight of stairs. They just completely got destroyed. Those are coins you don't want to trade right now because they're less likely to recover. These coins, different story altogether. So the whole point of me saying that is, is it worth taking along right now? Short answer is no, because our conversion line is below the baseline. We're still under the cloud, and we have the lagging span now intersecting with the price action. Good news is this is letting us know that if you have a short position open, you should secure profits. So that having been said means that we're seeing a shift of momentum, okay? And that's a good sign. Ultimately though, we want to have the conversion line back up with the baseline, and we want to have the cloud being below the price action. So again, we go sideways for 24 more hours, I think it would be a solid consideration to consider a long, because at that point, we'd have a decent potential for the price action to go higher. Keep in mind, it's not just going sideways for 24 hours, it's going sideways and up, because again, if the price action goes sideways, then the lagging span would be intersecting with the price action. We don't want that. In a perfect world, we're going to close above this 0.382. I'm looking for a closure at 16.6 or higher to be able to warrant a long position, pending Bitcoin doesn't pull any shenanigans, right? That's the whole concept here. So again, this is ultimately what we're looking for here. A nice little closure above that level. So I'm going to post this on our playout chart here. I'll update the fibs as well. Or sorry, these are updated. I'll update just a couple of trend lines too. And again, if you're not familiar, CryptoCache.tech is a site if you want to become a better trader too. I like to mention that because there are new slots available this month. People don't realize that we had some, you hit a maximum occupancy every month. So if you want to consider that, link down below. We got an awesome trading academy, community, and signals group. It's really, really awesome situation. I hope you have a good rest of your day either way. Thank you so much again for your support and time. Like the video before you go. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.